Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and we're going to get straight into our explosive penny stock watch list. So the first stock we're going to look at here is TSNP on the 30-minute time frame. And we had a nice little green day here in Humble. We were up 36.31%. And so for just looking at it on a technical basis, we actually did get rejected by a nice little uptrend line that we need to get back on top of. So you can see we got rejected here and we started to make our way up and then we did close out the day. And so honestly, the price action was very beautiful in my opinion. We actually held this little slight area of support, which was bullish to see. It was nothing really there to begin with. We had slight support here, but it did hold. And so that to me is very bullish. Personally, I would have loved to see the stock come down here into the 50 cents range so I could have actually built out a way bigger position than I already have. And so we didn't get that. We did start our run up all the way back and we had a very nice close. And so our next move here with TSNP is to make its way back above this line. So if we can get back above this line, we are very bullish on TSNP. And so the price action here reflected it. Went up 36% today. RSI is still very healthy here at 56. And I do think we'll have a little bit more room to run here next week. So you guys did average down. That was great for you guys. But again, I tell you, anytime you get a dip on this stock, it is a buying opportunity. This is a long-term hold. Don't stress over the intraday movements. I cover this so you guys stay calm and you don't sell your positions, because this is not a stock that you want to sell your positions. It just isn't. This is a beautiful company. It's a beautiful stock. And so TSNP up 36% today. Next stock of the day, we're looking at SNDL on the 30-minute time frame. So Sundial, along with the cannabis sector, did see a nice little bump up today, up 5.52%. However, we actually got rejected here by our uptrend line right here. And so why was that significant? Because anytime we are above this uptrend line, we are extremely bullish on SNDL, as this is very nice momentum to the upside. But we got rejected and we came back down. But that wasn't the worst thing, because we have a second line of support right here that we have actually been following a lot longer, which actually starts from the beginning of our uptrend here in SNDL, which is a longer pattern, and so it is a stronger base. And so you can see when we broke down today below this point, buyers stepped in, they held the line, and they controlled this area of support. So that was very nice to see. And so those of you who are interested, I did reopen up a position here in SNDL at $1.50. And so our next move up here is to try to get back above this uptrend. And if we don't, I do have stop losses set right about here at about $1.30. And so right now, SNDL looks bullish. We held support and we are on a longer uptrend. And so if we want to be extremely bullish, we want to make our way above this one, because you can see the angle of this line is extremely steep. And so because the cannabis sector has been taking a hit the last couple weeks, I do hope for better weeks come next week and the following. And so overall today, we had a nice day to close out the week, up 5.52%. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HITIF on the 30-minute time frame. So we were flat today. We were only up 1.45%. But here on HITIF, something that was very significant is that we are still holding our line of support here at around 68 cents. Why is that so significant? This is the top of our first peak in our uptrend, and now we're holding it as support. So that is always a very great sign to see price action treating a former line of resistance as a current line of support. That is a trader's dream. And so this could be a very nice opportunity to buy up some shares here in HITIF. And so we want to see us hold this and actually start making our way up now. And if we break down from this point, we do become bearish, because our next line of support really would be here on our 50 SMA. And so that's kind of where I'm gauging this. And so that is where I also have my stop losses set right under here at around 65 cents. If you get below that point, I will be out of HITIF. As of right now, we are still holding very nicely. Next stock of the day, we're looking at Social Life Network. So we actually had a very tough day today here in WDLF. We were down 4.56%, but you can see we broke down from our channel. And so if we just kind of zoom in to look at what happened, you can see we got rejected and we kind of just slowly drifted away from this line. And so right now, what I'm looking for with Social Life Network is either us to climb up back into this channel, or something that might be a little bit more realistic is us back test this uptrend line right here at around 2 cents. And so that is probably the next play here for Social Life Network. We are still above our uptrend, so we are bullish, but we did break down from our trading channel. And so be patient right now if you are still trying to think about getting into Social Life Network. This right here on this uptrend is a very nice line to load up and average down as well. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HCMC on the 30-minute time frame. So we were down 12.5% here in healthier choices, and the biggest thing here is we had another technical breakdown. You can see we were following this uptrend, but we broke down, we back tested here, got rejected, and now we are kind of just sitting here in no man's land. So if I kind of just zoom it out a little bit, this chart does look a little bit frightening, and the reason I say that is we are very far away from our 50 SMA, which is not really good because we are bleeding down. And we could potentially be making a head and shoulders, this being the whole head, this being a shoulder, and then this being a shoulder, and that would actually put us intact here with our 50 SMA. So be careful here with HCMC. Penny stocks aren't some things that you want to hold for the long term. They are very good opportunities to trade. There are only a few that you want to hold. HCMC is a very good trading opportunity, but on a technical basis, we did see a breakdown. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ACDC on the 30-minute time frame. So ACDC officially broke out of its bull flag to the downside. You can see right here, we collapsed, and now we are kind of trending down. And so a lot of the charts are kind of looking similar. We're breaking above a pattern, above an uptrend, but we are still above that uptrend. And so we're treating that uptrend as support. Same case here, we're looking at a back test here of our support line, which would be around 42 to 44 cents here on ACDC. And so I would be patient right now. We are in no man's land right now until we start to see better direction of this stock. Sit on the sidelines before you average down or buy into this position way above our 50 SMAs. And technically we just broke out of our bull flag to the downside. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ASTI. Ascent Solar Technologies was up almost 25% today, and we had a very nice day today. But with this one, again, we are still gauging the health of this movement based on whether or not we are under or over this trend line. And we are still under this trend line, and thus we are still bearish on this stock. We had great price action, and we did hold a very nice line of support actually here on our first peak, which is nice to see. And so this was a very nice opportunity to buy into this stock, but as of right now, I like to play penny stocks very close to the chest, and so that would be a nice break above this line. I believe if we break past this line, we will see a lot more upside in the short term, and that's kind of where I expect this one to go. And so we did hold short-term support here in ASTI, up 25% today, very solid day. Next stock of the day, we're looking at HYSR on the 30-minute time frame. So Sun Hydrogen is getting into a very beautiful range to potentially open up another position in. And so the reason why I say that is we are sitting right on our uptrend line. So you can see how long and how clean this has traded on this uptrend. It has been just nicely, steadily growing on this uptrend. And so right now we are very close to our 50 SMA as well. And so we potentially might see a quick little back test here of our 50 SMA, which would be a nice opportunity to get in. But our next move here with Sun Hydrogen is to see us start to kind of build upwards a little bit on this uptrend, and if we do, that poses for a nice buying opportunity. And so I'm watching this one very closely, and I potentially may open a position here if I see nice price action along this line of support. Next stock of the day, IGEN on the 30-minute time frame. On a technical basis, this is probably the best looking stock of them all. You can see right here our 50 SMA has just crossed over both our 100 and 200 SMA. We are sitting well above our uptrend line, and so the movement on this one has been very nice. IGN today up 2.27. It's been trading very nicely for us, and so that's all I really need to say with this one. Next stock of the day, we're looking at FERN Corp on the 30-minute time frame. As I mentioned yesterday, we did get rejected by our uptrend line here, and we did start to bleed down, and that accelerated today, us being down 13%. But we are almost finding a bottom here on our 50 SMA. We didn't really touch it, but you can see when we got to this point, we got some nice buying coming in. But overall, I am still waiting to see a distinctive move on this one. And so we want to see a clear back test on this 50 SMA, or even potentially this 100-day SMA. So right now I'm still sitting on the sidelines here in FERN, trying to find an opportunity to get into this one for a nice little swing play. And so we have yet to find a bottom, and I do think we are still kind of not there yet. So be very patient with this one. Next stock of the day, we're looking at MJNA on the 30-minute time frame. So we were flat today. as the cannabis sector went up. This one didn't really trade accordingly, but the biggest thing here to look at is we are trading above our support line right now. We've had multiple interactions with this line of support, so our next move here is either to continue to trade along this line or start to see better price action above this point. And so you can just kind of see with these little bumps, our momentum is starting to kind of drift down to the downside. RSI is at 40, and so we haven't really got a clear buying opportunity yet on this stock. If we can hold this a couple more times and start to see some nice movement up, that will be a nice opportunity to get in. We are still above our SMAs, and so we are still looking for distinctive movement here in MJNA. Next stock of the day, we're looking at SPLIF, nutritional high on the 30-minute time frame. So we were up 3.45% with this one. You can see we actually had a very nice back test right here. Little quick test here, bounce back up, and then we did kind of consolidate in this range, but that was not good enough for me. I wanted to see a little bit stronger of a move, and so I am still kind of waiting on this one, but that was a very bullish signal, the fact that we did kind of back test and bounce our way back up. And so overall, SPLF is still a wait and watch to see where this one goes, but I do potentially think it will be a nice swing play if we can get a nice position here at around 2.4 cents. And so that was a quick little update on all the penny stocks that we're watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on that road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit the subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.